Good morning, Lana Scott Lighthouse. So, I'm half dressed and sitting here drinking me a cup of coffee. I'm going through YouTube, and so many people, and I've been noticing I do the same thing, are so monotone. I am so tired of sounding like the world's getting ready to end. Folks, I'm going out and doing something today. You know, I was talking about that period of transition yesterday. I'm still in that period of transition, but the sun is out today. It's not snowing. We've got a good foot on the ground. I'm going somewhere today. I don't know. I'm going to go to town, walk around the town, or I know I have to go to the check the post office today because it's in town. We don't get post office out here. You have to have either general delivery or have a box, and for the box they want like $40 a year. Well, shit, I'll just get general delivery and make it free, and just go drive down there once a week, twice a month, and check my mail. I paid off all my bills when I sold my house. So, but you know, during this period of transition, I mean, I'm still waiting for some things to come through too, but I don't want to be sitting here and getting up every morning, and the first thing I do is I'm thinking about my bills. I'm thinking about, because I was looking through some different videos on YouTube, and people were talking about just different things I was coming across, talking about being worried about this, being worried about that. Folks, you know, I've done that most of my life too, and I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to sit here and worry all the time. I saw some commercials where people were talking about they want to make change. There's a lot of people starting to awaken in this age of Aquarius. They're starting to, and you're probably one of them, waking up going, what the hell am I doing? When you've been doing the same job for 20 years and you feel like you're not, you just got your nose to the grindstone and you're just tired of doing the same shit every day. So am I. I'm so glad I moved here to California because it has definitely shook me up, woke me up. I'm listening to my angels, or I'm trying to. You know, sometimes I get clear understandings. Other times I'll just be sitting there and I'll think something out loud and go, oh wait, that's not my thought. You know, that definitely came from my higher self. And your higher self is in you, but at the same time, in my mind, my mindset is part of it is not with you. Part of it is with God or with divinity. And it's your connection to divinity. And that's where it tells you, along with your angels and your spirit guides, and you have more heavenly help than what you imagine that you do. You've got your own personal guardian angel. You've got your spirit guides. And I don't know, I did a little meditation one time with Soulful Revolution. MJ did one, and I met 4 people. I met a woman that actually wrote a book, but she was portrayed as the, I do the runes, and those are Norse, okay, or Germanic, that part of Europe, and which my ancestors came from that part of Europe. Someone in our family did a family tree. Anyway, that's getting off the subject. So there was, she was portrayed as Freya, who is the goddess of one of the goddesses to do with the runes. Then there was an Indian chief, and I'm from Mississippi, and everywhere around us there were Indians there. There was the oh God, you'd have to go look them up. I can't. The Chickasaws and the Choctaws and some others. Okay, so there's Indians that were in Mississippi when Mississippi got settled or got discovered, we'll say. And then there was one of the 4 archangels, Uriel or Ariel. I'm not sure if those are supposed to be the same two or not, but I can't remember if it was supposed to be Ariel or Uriel, but it was one of them. And then there was Mr. Bear. Yes, it was a little brown bear with a little hat on his head who had a real deep voice and actually said, hello, I'm Mr. Bear, in my meditation. Okay, and this was before I sold my house and moved here, so that's been well over a year ago. Okay, so and then there's definitely angels talking to me, and because the tones are different when I get them with the messages. But anyway, you have all this divine help, all these, and passed on loved ones on top of that. Folks, you've got so much divine help if you would just tune into it. Me, for one, I love it. I'm getting different messages all the time, whether I know it or not. I talk about synchronicities, but I'm watching, and I'm telling you guys, I don't know where these intuitive hits are coming from, if they're coming from my spirit guides, if they're coming from divinity. All I know is our world is changing, and all these oddball thoughts that I get, they have to do with our life in the future. They don't have to do with right now, but what's happening right now is the change and all the changes people are feeling. Not wanting to do the 9 to 5 anymore. I've seen all these little videos of people that suddenly quit their jobs, went and did something else. Some people that have decided to be homesteaders out there, come out to places like here, bought a piece of property, so they could just have their own little, live off the grid. Everything's changing, folks. Wake up and smell the coffee. Things are changing. For those of you in the inner cities, I feel like a lot of y'all are going to be, most of you are going to be the ones that are left behind. And I don't mean that in being like left behind. I mean as far as by the time you get out of the stuck in the mud stuff and realize, one day, one of your friends is no longer there and leaving, doing something else. Then suddenly you wake up one morning and realize, wow, in the past 5 years, 600 people have left the company I worked for. One's living off the grid. One went to the Antarctica. I'm just using for example. Somebody else decided they wanted to go live in China. The world's changing, people. We are changing as a species. Our mindsets, the energies, the earth is herself. Everything's changing, folks. Wake up and smell the coffee. It's changing. I, for one, do not... It's one of the reasons why I came to California. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And I have a total right to be here. Because my angels and spirit guys, they pretty much kicked me in the ass and said, wake up. It's time to move. There's something you need to do. So here I am. My camper's paid for. My house is paid for. I'm sorry. There's some kind of energy back. I just cleanse my house. I do my bell every day. And I just cleansed it with incense, and I'm seeing a little bit of energy in the back there. Something wavered. Sometimes it's just the way the sun hits things, but I may have to go cleanse that bathroom again. But, because yes, I do have energies around me, and they're always like out of the corner of my eye, and it'll be like what's there, sometimes in my ears will ring. So sometimes I feel the angels or the energies before they shift and they say something to me. Or my higher self says, I'll feel an energy shift, which is happening more and more and more. And I don't care. You can call me flipping crazy. I just don't care. Well, I do care if you think I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. But I'm feeling all these things, and it's getting more powerful every month that goes by that I've been here. So I'm right where the angels made me come, or right where I came to. This is where I'm supposed to be. No distractions. This is where everything's opening up for me. And for those of you that are going through the same thing, embrace it. Do research. I Google everything, folks. I Google everything. Google everything. Look and see where you think you're headed to. Because I guarantee you that somewhere along the line, you're going to find something that you're going to go, oh, wow, I just discovered something I love to do that I never discovered before. Or something I've put to the side because I had a wife or a husband. We had 3 kids. We had to go to work. My art's on the side. My music's on the side. Now, if you did that, that's one thing. But if someone else told you to put that aside because this is all you could do, tell them to kiss your ass. Because, folks, I'm telling you, everything's changing. And everybody is needed. Everyone has a life purpose, a reason for being here. Every single one of us. And this new age of Aquarius, like the new world that is coming. We'll just put it like that. There's a new world coming. And I probably will not live long enough to see it all come about, because I'm 59, but I'm telling you, you mark my words. If you're young, if you're in your 20s, 30 years, 40 years from now, you look and see how much the world has changed. I guarantee you it's not going to be the same world. And folks, it's going to be up to us to make it either a better world or something like out of Blade Runner. And if you don't know what the movie Blade Runner is with Harrison Ford, go check that shit out and say, oh my God, I hope not. And by the way, Blade Runner does deal with AIs, artificial intelligence. Go check it out. Movies, like Miss Rose, my next door neighbor, used to tell me, Miss Rose, hello, I love you. Nothing on movies anymore is artificial. None of it's made up. People are having visions and writing them down and turning them into movies, and they've been doing that for the past 30, 40, 50 years. Go back and look at some movies and look at life today. And go back and look at some movies from 30 years, back in the 80s. See how many movies don't resonate with what's going on now in one way or another. I guarantee you. Guarantee you. Just saying, folks. Anyway, this is my message for today. Let's be excited. Changes are coming. And people, there's a new world coming. I guarantee you. I may not live to see it, but I can feel it. My friend Shaw used to tell me in Mississippi that she could feel energy shifting, and I couldn't feel them like she could there. And I'm not feeling them like I think she feels them while I'm here, since I'm here. But I'm feeling them in a different way. I don't know. I just know it's changing, and the energies are changing very subtly, a little here, a little there, or maybe I'm just becoming more open to them and just now becoming more aware of them. Because in the past 2 years, folks, my whole life has turned on in. Since COVID started and Will passed away, my niece committed suicide in my house. I left Head Start, came here, kicked my people. In the past 2 years, all the friends I've decided I wanted nothing more to do with because we just didn't vibe anymore. Folks, everything in my life has changed in the past 2 years. And I bet you if you look back and made any kind of, even one major change, it changed your life. You just jump timelines. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm going to give another little shout out to San from Santero. I know she's busy with her own channel, but because of her readings and me tuning into them, and I just looked at one last night and was like, look what's going on. I see it. Maybe it's always been there, actually, folks. I'm just now becoming aware of a lot of things that I was too busy with my own life. Don't get up every morning and be so worried about everything that you can't change. Make some changes. Make yourself happier. Don't be staying in a rut where everyone you get them, all you do is worry about how you're going to pay the next flipping bill. Because that's what I've been doing for a while, and I'm tired of it. Some things I cannot change, and worrying about it's not going to make it any better. Maybe, folks, I got maybe good 10 more years of me where I can, well, maybe hopefully longer than that. But I'm just saying, make them the best you can make them. Shake things up. Do something differently. Make some new friends, kick some old ones to the curb, do something different. Pull some of your dreams off that old dusty shelf in the closet. Make a change. Make a change, because life, you're not guaranteed nothing. You could get hit by a bus tomorrow. What's going to be the last thing you're going to ask yourself? I know the old thing they say, it won't be, I wish I'd spent more time at the office. Even if you spend more time with your family, it's all worth it. Kids don't get enough of their parents anymore. That's another thing. A lot of people these days are deciding they don't want kids. So what's going to happen? Because there's always going to be kids. But I'm just saying, get up and make some changes, folks. Don't get stuck in these little ruts of every day. Wait, all you're doing is worry about how you're going to pay the next effing bill. Because you know what? When you die, if you didn't pay that bill just doesn't get paid. You know what I mean? I'm not saying don't pay your bills. I'm just saying there's other things in life. Enjoy your life while you've got it. Things are changing. So I don't even know what the title of this one's going to be, but if you got anything out of this message today, like, subscribe, and share. If you know somebody that's stuck in a rut and needs to hear a little pep talk, pass it along. File it away for later, whatever you want to do with this video. Folks, I just know I'm tired I'm just tired of every day being the same, and I'm waiting for this new job to open up, but sitting here stressing about it, it's not for me. So I'm just trying to shake things up in my own life. I'm going to shake them up maybe in yours too. Lana Scott, I am Lighthouse.